Let's do it. What is good? What's popping, everyone? It is the kid. It is Mikey T, the movie star, the most hated yet anticipated, back with another exclusive, you guys. Back for another live stream. Let's get it going tonight, man. Lighten up. Gonna let everybody pour in here, man. We got a couple different topics we're gonna touch on tonight. You guys. I know the whole internet is going crazy about a couple different things. I know the whole internet is going crazy about a couple different things right now, you guys. The Bullets Gotti show, what's popping? Would you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in. Salute to my G right there. Share this video, everyone. We have a couple dope news stories we are doing tonight. We have a couple dope news stories that we're doing tonight. Casanova, a news story that was actually broke by allhiphop.com. You know, All Hip Hop is always breaking the dope ass stories. Vlad TV posted it up as well. Casanova, one of his alleged associates that was involved in the case in Miami that we had spoke about. If you guys remember, we had spoke about a case in Miami about a month ago, and this actually pertains to that. But we're also going to be talking about Lloyd Banks's new album as well. The new Lloyd Banks album, COTI. That's going to be the initials for it. Hashtag COTI. We're going to be talking about Lloyd Banks's new album, the first Lloyd Banks album outside of G Unit, you guys. Steve Rivera, appreciate you for tapping in. Everybody share this video. Share this video, everyone. Let's get this live going tonight. Rico the Kid in the building. What's going on, man? Shout out my guy Rico the Kid. EH, what you smoking on tonight? White runts, my dude. Smoking on some runts tonight. Major shout out. James Brown, Buffalo is in the building. Buffalo on the check-in. If you're just tapping in, we have two news stories that we're going to cover tonight. Two topics that we're going to be speaking on tonight, you guys. We're going to be touching on Casanova as well as Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks has a new album slated for this year. We're going to be talking a lot about that. Apparently, he's got a new manager. He's got a new trailer he just released. You all can go check that out right now. Just go to Lloyd Banks' YouTube page, Instagram page probably as well. He's got a new trailer to promote his new album, COTI, hashtag COTI. We'll get into that in a little bit, you guys. Block Campbell, appreciate you for tuning in. Hit that like button. Share this video. We got a hell of a show for tonight. My man said he's smoking on some peanut butter punch breath. God damn. Okay. Dope Piece says COTI is going to be a serious problem. Yeah, Lloyd Banks is back, man. We're going to get into it officially. Lloyd Banks is officially back. This is going to be an album, it said. So I was asking myself, between Banks's mixtapes, the PLK series, the Cold Corner series, you know what I mean? Between the different Lloyd Banks series, like the Halloween Havoc series, what is going to make this different? I think this album, COTI, which actually stands for the curse of the inevitable, you guys, the curse of the inevitable. I think it's going to come out as more of a standard album, more so like his last album did, The Hunger for More 2. Okay, looks like we got a little. Salute my guy Chris in the building, tapping in with us tonight. We're speaking on Casanova tonight, you guys. We're speaking on Lloyd Banks. We have a couple different hip hop stories for you guys tonight. Prophecy is in the building. Anth Greco says Banks is so underrated lyrically. I would have to agree with you, man. Is it the course? Is it the course or the curse? Yo, Fly Prolific, what's popping, man? Is it the course or the curse? Let's see. Let me see. Salute, Rashawn. The course. The course of the inevitable. Fry Perfect says the curse. I love when this happens. I come in and say something, somebody tries to correct me. Let me go, because I already have been looking into it. Oh, let's see. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yep, it is definitely the course. The course of the inevitable is the new Lloyd Banks. Yeah, no, it's the course. It's the course. One website must have had it wrong as the curse. Nah, pick this one website I was looking on had it wrong as the curse, but I'm just looking at the end of Lloyd Banks's actual trailer, and it says the course. It's the course of the inevitable. Appreciate you for correcting me, my guy, Cool Key, but also somebody else. Yeah, Cool Key, major salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Yep, I had read on one website it said the curse. Maybe the curse is inevitable, the curse of the inevitable, but the course of the inevitable. Yes. All right. I like it, man. Lloyd Banks looks like he's getting back to work, you guys. Lloyd Banks looks like he's getting back and ready to offer us another album. And I've got to say, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited to hear another Lloyd Banks album coming out. Salute to you, Lee H. Wingate. No, Lloyd Banks' album isn't on YouTube. Lloyd Banks is on YouTube. You can go follow Lloyd Banks on YouTube. Anth Greco asked this question. He says, do you think Banks just didn't go well with the spotlight, or do you really believe that he was too dependent on 50? Let's dig into that, man. Do I think that Banks didn't go well with the spotlight? I think quite the opposite of that. I don't think it was. Banks went really well with the spotlight. You know what I mean? I think Banks had a look to him, like, you know what I mean? A reputable look along the likes of the T.I.s, the 50 Cents, the Rick Rosses. He had like the stature that a hip hop superstar would look like, you know? I think he just, I think he didn't get the opportunity to release music as as he should have. Like he should have been placed like a Ludacris. He should have been placed like a Ja Rule, where he was able to release an album every year. And I don't think he was too dependent on 50, man. As we saw, Banks actually had the majority of his singles. If anybody follows Banks's career, the majority of his singles didn't really have 50 on them. He had Karma, which had Avant. Banks also had I'm So Fly, which was a solo record. And then he had On Fire, which 50 was like on the singles like On Fire and Hands Up. 50 was really briefly featured on these records, unless you just want to say 50's doing the whole hook, because he says hands up. Yeah, he does a lot of the hook himself in it too. Your queen says no. He's taking his time. Chris says no, he was going through family issues. Facts. Some people agree with me. There's a lot of people out there talking about Lloyd Banks all the time. You know what I mean? That's another thing that I think goes into the fact that he really did have superstar potential. You know, Plus, Banks, although we didn't get to see him acting in any films, really, I know he was in Before I Self Destruct as a teacher, but we didn't get to see him act in any films. But he could really hold the screen for his own. You know what I mean? When he was just in all those videos. Lone Wolf says PLK. Peter O'Neill in the building. Salute to you, man. Avery Campbell says Banks wrote the In the Club hook. I don't know if I've ever heard Banks actually clarify that, but I've done interviews with Smurf. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've done interviews with Smurf where Smurf spoke about that as well. But I don't know if that's something we've actually heard Banks say. But 50 actually said in the record, he said, Banks told me to switch the style up. And if they hate, let them hate. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 never really had a record like that before. You know what I mean? He had Thug Love with Beyonce. He had a Material Girl. He had, you know what I mean? But he didn't really have any record like that so much. But also, you got to give major credit to Dr. Dre. Come on now. Mr. Official 410 is in the building. Appreciate you, man. To get things started, we're actually talking about Lloyd Banks's new album, The Course of the Inevitable. The Course of the Inevitable, if I had to speculate what the title means, Banks's music talent is so, you know what I mean? He's such a big musical talent to the industry that getting back into the game is actually inevitable for him. You know what I mean? I could only imagine how much material Lloyd Banks has. And I wouldn't be shocked if 50 actually released all that music to Banks. Because if you guys remember, I know a lot of you probably do, back in the day when G Unit would talk about recording for their albums, they would say they were recording like 50, 75 records. A lot of these records were never used. I would hope that 50 would sign off and give those records to Banks, you know? But I imagine there's a lot of features on them. Either they've been cleared or they haven't. Philly to Connecticut, major salute. Yeah, I would like to hear another Tony Yayo album. Hell, I would like to produce the next Tony Yayo album. I could produce Tony Yayo's next album, and instead of 50 cents tax write-off, we could call it Mikey T's tax write-off. I think that's got a ring to it. What do you guys think? Tony Yayo's sophomore album, 15 years later. Tony Yayo's second album, 15 years later. Mike T's tax write-off. I like it. It's got a ring to it. Anth Greco says he 1,000% had superstar potential. Just wondered what you thought held him back. I'm from Buffalo, coming up in the mixtape era. We all thought Banks was a bona fide superstar in the making. Yeah, man, not to get too far off topic, but all of those guys in the mixtape era had their, you know what I mean? They all had their stature. You know what I mean? Like Banks was a superstar in the making. 50 Cent was obviously the guy. Tony Yayo was obviously the gangster one who you wanted to see make it. They all had their levels, man. Yeah, I'm fried because I'm shouting you out. All right. All right. MK 23. I'm wondering how old you are to tell me that I'm not a real Lloyd Banks fan. I'm talking about Lloyd Banks material released. I'm talking about Lloyd Banks material that he recorded for The Hunger for More. I'm talking about Lloyd Banks material that he recorded for Rotten Apple. I'm talking about Lloyd Banks material that he recorded for Hunger for More too, even for The Big Withdrawal, which was supposed to be his second album. I'm talking about all this material that Lloyd Banks could have recorded that's in the G Unit vault. All of this music, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times you'll be signed to a CEO that goes on to own the music. Like Suge Knight has vaults of music. I mean, he's in jail now, but Suge Knight had vaults of music. Even some of the music had Biggie in it. Some of the music that Suge owned had Biggie in his library. So just imagine what Birdman owns from all the people that he's had record. Imagine what 50 has, you know what I mean? There could be songs out there with Banks, Prodigy, you know what I mean? Banks produced by Havoc that we just have never heard. All types of shit. Banks and MOP, all types of shit, you guys. Yeah, honestly, I won't shout you out again either, man. Husky Andy says Lloyd Banks should do an album with Benny or 38 Spesh. Salute, Mikey. Yo, Husky, that's a good thought, man. That's a good thought, especially with 38 Spesh being such a dope producer and Benny the Butcher really being the guy at the moment. Those three coming together. But honestly, we got to give Banks a moment to get his feet wet. Banks is getting back into the game right now, releasing The Course of the Inevitable. He just put out a trailer, which is really much a lot of a spoken piece. And then it comes to the end of the trailer with Banks actually sitting in front of a no worries, MK. When Banks was actually sitting in front of a graveyard. You know what I'm saying? So Banks has his imagery right. He has his imagery right. There was a close up on his wrist, on his actually on you know what I mean, on his hands. And we all could tell from his hands, from his album, the back of his album cover in the past. You know what I mean? It's always been synonymous with who he is, his hand tattoos. And then he has, instead of the big ass Statue of Liberty chain, he had the two crosses. You know what I mean? Because Banks went from having the big chains to just doing the small pieces. We had heard him speak on that in the past. Yep, that's true, Husky. I was going to mention that as well. Lloyd Banks does have a new project coming out, or excuse me, Ransom has a new project coming out, and I saw that they were actually doing promotion for a record with Ransom and Lloyd Banks. I had actually spoke to Ransom not too long ago over Twitter, though, you guys, not actually over the phone. I was trying to get an interview going, man, because Ransom has always been an artist that I've been interested in for many years. Yo, Tyrone Patton, T Money from Compton. I F with you now. Salute, Tyrone. Major salute to you on the tap in, my G. We got to talk about Lloyd Banks tonight. He put out a trailer. So the whole internet is going crazy about Lloyd Banks right now, but also this information about Casanova's alleged associate, the alleged shooter at this incident that happened in Miami. His public defender has met with him 3 times since this whole thing that we spoke about a few months ago. This guy who has sent out text messages and all types of shit. Like, they got his text, they got all types of texts and shit like that. And now they brought him in and they have him with a public defender. So they say this guy's an associate, right? They say this guy's an associate of Casanova, but he has a public defender. Okay. You lost me there. But okay, I'll go with it. So they got this guy, they got him locked up, and they bring in his public defender, and he says, "Yo, my honestly, my public defender has come in to see me 3 times now, and every time he's been offering me up to snitch on this whole situation. The whole time, my public defender is offering up me to snitch on the whole situation rather than focus on protecting my innocence." Apparently, he asked for a new lawyer. In this case. He's like, I don't want to deal with this public defender who's just trying to get me to rat. They're just trying to get dude to rat on Casanova, man. From my knowledge, this dude whose name is JC, who was involved in the whole incident in Miami. If you guys remember, there was an incident in Miami where Casanova was taking a picture, and then Casanova was throwing up a sign or some shit like that, and somebody grabbed Casanova and said, yo, what are you doing? Don't be throwing up that sign. And then a whole altercation took on from there. You know what I'm saying? That whole altercation that I broke down a month ago or so. And so, to my knowledge, the guy involved in this shooting had nothing to do with Casanova's indictment. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I looked up everyone involved in the indictment, and I didn't see the guy from Miami that was in the Miami case involved in the indictment. So it's like, wow, they're really just trying to wrap Casanova up right now. They're trying to put him away and get this other guy to testify, yo, Casanova made me do this, that, and the third. And, like, honestly, man, I just think that's complete bullshit that they're really trying to fish just to, you know what I mean? Because not everybody out there just wants to rat. Not everybody out there is just going to throw their whole reputation. Not everybody out there is just going to throw their whole reputation away just to, get some reduced years. You know what I'm saying? Rather than try to get me to snitch his public defender, rather than try to get me to snitch, how about do something to protect my innocence? How about do your job? Your job isn't to just to coerce a snitching statement out of me. Your job isn't to get me to cooperate. Like, man, you are a terrible lawyer if that's your only instinct. That's what I'm saying. Seven God, I disagree with that, man. I disagree with that, man. You know what I'm saying? I disagree with that. If you got a good lawyer in a case, you don't have to resort to just testifying on somebody. I've heard a lot of, or I've seen a lot of things where lawyers are able to prove, or I've seen some interviews with some lawyers where they're able to prove their client's case based on a couple different things, man, based on how smart they are and shit, man, not based on their client having to go in to testify. It's pretty ridiculous. So this guy, JC, his name is JC. He was actually arrested in January after the King of Diamonds incident. There was a shooting at King of Diamonds. This was in Miami. So I guess this was the King of Diamonds that I always used to go to. So I know exactly where this happened, you guys. Xavier Williams says that public pretender is trying to make him snitch to get a better name for himself. That's a good point, Xavier. Yep, this guy's trying to build up his name by coercion, confession, or you know what I mean? We're not debating, man. Take your ass up out of my chat. Ronald Ruffin, what's popping with you, man? Appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Exactly, man. Exactly, man. They don't care about you. They just care about doing something that's going to get their name put into the paper. You know what I mean? Something that's going to make their name bigger, something that's going to get a case closed out. These are the things that they care about. And it's pretty absurd to me, but we've seen it in the past, you guys. We've seen it in the past watching Boosie's case when Boosie got locked up. Do you guys know what Boosie originally got locked up for? That's what we can debate on. There's your trivia. What did Boosie originally get locked up for that they made him sit 2 years for? Boosie got locked up for marijuana charges, you guys. And while Boosie was locked up, he got a 2 to 4. I think he had to serve 2 out of 4, right? Totally retarded on a third, you know what I mean? A third hit of marijuana for Boosie. Probably third hit with a felon. No, Mr. 410. Boosie was actually locked up for marijuana. Boosie was locked up for marijuana when they actually charged him with all them hits. They tried to charge him with a bunch of bodies when he was actually serving 2 years for marijuana. For some reason, they wanted to keep Boosie locked up for a long ass time. They wanted to keep Boosie locked up for a long ass time, you guys. Like we've seen We've seen shit like this in the past where they'll do anything to make somebody guilty. They had the man in there on marijuana charges, and now they want to bring up all this murder shit. Salute to you, Mr. 410. I do appreciate you tapping in tonight. And now we look at this whole thing with Casanova, right? Casanova gets locked up December, I think it was the 4th. Let me see. He got, Casanova surrendered on December 4th. And then in January, this dude, JC, got arrested for those shootings that happened outside of King of Diamonds. And this played a major factor in the release, the bail hearing of Casanova, when Cass put up the $2.5 million. Yeah, Steve, back in the day, they would throw your ass in jail for weed, especially if it was a third-time offense. That's why they tried to give Boosie 4 years, of which I believe he had to serve 2. So, guys, I've been the King of Diamonds before multiple times. I've been in through the front. I've been in through the front, through the back. There's no side. There's only a front and a back entrance. There's only a front and a back entrance. I've been in through the entrances of King of Diamonds. I've chilled in the back, smoked up with famous celebrities. I've chilled in the front, smoked up with some, I guess in the front is more so where like the gangsters will be chilling maybe. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Who have I ever chilled at the front with? Normally, if you're in the front, you'll be up there smoking. In the back is where all the celebrities are. I don't know where this whole altercation happened, but if you're in the front, it's a long parking lot, and then you come up and you see there's a couple spots for people to be parking their whips. You know what I mean? Some of the people will sometimes they'll be bringing out the dope whips. They'll have them right there. Then you walk up the stairs and you get inside the King of Diamonds. So this whole situation, there's a lot of people outside of King of Diamonds all the time, running up to the celebrities, asking them to take a picture. You know what I'm saying? So something like this happened. Casanova's taking a picture and he's going like, whatever he was doing, you know what I mean? He was making some sort of gang signs, and it sort of upset an onlooker. It upset somebody looking on, and it was like, yo, what you doing, man? Somebody actually did this one time to somebody in the club. I saw it before. I saw it happen right in front of me at PT's. This one dude, he was actually doing all these sorts of signs, and he was dancing with it. I remember I saw him because I was actually chilling with a stripper. You know what I mean? I was doing my thing at PT's. If y'all know what PT's is in Miami, you know what it is. But this dude was like throwing up gang signs and shit. And this dude came over and was like, yo, stop throwing up all those signs. Do you even know what you're throwing up? And I was thinking to myself, damn, dude don't even know. Jerry Hines asks, Jerry Hines is on my jock. He's on my jock right now. He's like, who was you at, Mikey T? Who was you at King of Diamonds with, Mikey T? Are you kidding me, man? I've walked in the King of Diamonds with multiple people. I've walked in the King of Diamonds with Jim Jones. I've walked in the King of Diamonds with Gilly the Kid. I've walked in the King of Diamonds with Chief Keef. I wasn't actually really with Chief Keef because I ran into him a couple times. I filmed Chief Keef at Revolution, and then I filmed him at King of Diamonds. But when we had talk, it wasn't really too much talk. You know, Chief Keef really wasn't the easiest person to deal with. Brick City, Jersey. Well, you know what, man? This dude who they're trying to, for some reason, they're trying to get a dude to snitch on Casanova. They're trying to get this dude to snitch on Casanova. I'm going to say this, you guys. I think the worst is done because Casanova's name being brought up in this situation around the time of his bail hearing really messed up his bail hearing. So I think the worst has been done because all in all, I think it's going to be able to be proven that this guy was just trying to make a name for himself in front of somebody like Casanova. This is something that happens every day in places like these, you guys. This is happens in this. Look what happened with Yo Gotti, Young Dolph, and one of Yo Gotti's security guys. It's not Yo Gotti who's going to jail over it. You know what I'm saying? And it happens in a lot of other situations just in that. He did. He wanted to go with me, man. But let me tell you, man, you can't just get into King of Diamonds like that, bro. You know what I mean? You can't just get into King of Diamonds like that. I remember before one time, I remember one time I didn't get into King of Diamonds for free. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Disco Rick was supposed to get me in or something, and they just didn't believe it. You know what I mean? Me, the guy. You know what I'm saying? I go into all these clubs for free all the time, but sometimes people don't want to let me in. Don't get it twisted. It's not 100% sweet every time. So my dude was like, "Screw that, Mikey T. What is it? 150 each to go in? Let's go." French Montana and 2 Chains are in there right now. I was like, "Nah, yo." I'm like, nah, we ain't even on that shit. They don't want to let us go in there based on what I just told them about why I'm supposed to be in there. We're good. We ain't spending that money. We're straight. Like, that's how I play things, man. That's how I play things. I keep it real out here, you guys. I've been in too many clubs. I've been in too many clubs to play like that. Brick City says, so you think he's going to beat this? This situation right here in Miami, 100%. Casanova isn't responsible. Casanova isn't responsible for somebody doing that to somebody else because they saw what was going. They were like, "Oh, that's my op," and he disrespected Casanova. Now I'm going to take it out on him. Like, that's a street thing. That doesn't have to do with Casanova. It maybe Casanova said something crazy to him right beforehand, but that doesn't have to do with Casanova at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't have to do with Casanova at the end of the day. And I got a feeling, you know what I mean? This dude, they're like, "Yo, do you want to testify against Casanova?" That's what his public defender is coming to ask him. He says, "Yo, the public defender is coming to see me 3 times now, and he's just asking me to testify." He's like, he's not even trying to defend me. He's just trying to go to this element where I'm just snitching. I'm sorry, not everybody wants to take the 6ix9ine route. Not everybody wants to go out like, you know what I mean? Like Taz Jenner. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants to do those routes. You know, some people want a lawyer that is going to prove their innocence. Like, let's just be 100%, you guys. Yeah, all these squares. You're right about that, Seven God. All these squares. Like, nah, man. Casanova is not gonna rat in this situation. Um, I don't I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's gonna rat in this situation. I don't think so whatsoever, man. Wallace, public defender. Exactly. That's why I'm saying, you're saying, dude, they refer to him as JC, if I'm saying that correctly. Dude's associated with Casanova, but he has a public defender. Okay. Okay. All right. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if dude was associated with Casanova, then I'm sure actually that he wouldn't have a public defender. You know what I'm saying? I think you actually just stumbled across a couple messages with a couple homies bragging to each other about something they did. Shit happens all the time, especially in Miami, you guys, especially in Miami, especially in these states where it seems like it's like legal to carry a weapon around or something like that. You know what I mean? Yep. Taz Jenner. I dubbed him Taz Jenner. But yeah, Ab hit me the other day, and Ab let me know he's getting moved to his new jail. Ab let me know he's getting moved to his new jail, you guys. So soon I'm going to have an update as far as the address for everybody to contact ARAB. You know what I'm saying? Shortly, I'll have an address for everybody to be able to contact ARAB. Ronald says Cass is going to ride it out and stand strong. I believe that as well, man. I believe that as well. But it's really messed up that Casanova has to fight this charge right now. It's really messed up that Casanova has to lose out on 2 or 3 years of his life fighting this. But let me say this, you guys. Maybe I'm wrong. I could 100% be wrong right now because apparently Casanova's next hearing is on August 2nd. So Casanova has a hearing on August 2nd. And like I said a little bit earlier, with him getting booked in December, and then this whole case out of Miami where his name was brought up transpired and got brought to light in mid or late January, his hearing for bail was pretty much screwed. You know, when you're going through a case looking for bail and then your name gets brought up into another case where you potentially, you know what I mean, are going to be charged or you're potentially going to be involved in the case, like you're screwed. You're not going to get a bail. Now they've pretty much got a second thing on you guys. They pretty much have a second thing that you're involved with. Now it's May. So May, June, July, we got literally the next 60, 70 days for a lot of this shit to be worked out, if it even can, you know, where Casanova could be pulled from that case a little bit. You know what I mean? Casanova's lawyers could do some work, hopefully, and get him pulled from that case. That's what I'm hoping happens, you guys. That's honestly what I'm hoping happen. I think Casanova can really get himself away from that case, more so focused on his own, potentially get bail this coming August. They're going to have him sit up the whole summer, June and July, and then his court date is on August 2nd, you guys. What up, the Squad channel? Appreciate you tapping in. I don't know. I think there's got to be a pretty good opportunity for Casanova to get a bond in this case, man. I think there's got to be a pretty good opportunity. Ronald says, what do I think about the YFN Lucci situation? You know, after YFN Lucci got that bond, 500,000 plus bond, I was like, all right, he has an opportunity to get out of jail. He has an opportunity to fight his case and possibly prove his innocence, whether if he was supposed to be there at the time or not, whether he got caught up at the wrong place, the wrong time, he can prove his innocence. If somebody he was driving with potentially saw an op, and I'm not calling, that's not snitching either, you guys, when you have your lawyer prove all the facts of the case, you know, YFN Lucci shouldn't have been involved in that situation, but now it's even worse because now they've put up that bail money. He's out for like what, guys? How long was he out for? YFN Lucci, was he even out for 2 months? Was he even out for 2 months? And now he's caught up in this whole other indictment with, I think, 100 counts, 100 plus counts. Brick City said, Mikey, next time you speak to the top goon, tell him I said hold strong, and I'm going to make sure he heard Brick City, New Jersey, and playing AR music over there, OBH. Respect to you, Brick City, man. Mr. Official 410 says, Mikey, I really don't think that they're going to let Cass bond out for real. I don't think they jammed him up on what he allegedly did, but more so because of who he is. Exactly. You're 100% right, man. It's because of who he is. It's because of who they think he could endorse. You know what I mean? It's all of those things are involved. All of those things are involved. And, you know, it's like when they brought Irv Gotti up as well. It's like when they brought Irv Gotti up and his brother, and they brought all of Murder Inc. up, you know. And let's be honest, Murder Inc. was actually, I can't necessarily say that. I'm not just going to go out and jump out there and say Murder Inc. was such a bigger force than Casanova, because at that point, Murder Inc. was a fledgling. You know, they were like, their ship was sinking at that point as a label. Just to be real, but they took Murder Inc.'s career away from them as well. Irv was trying to rebuild with Lloyd and continuously releasing Ashanti, but they took away their means of releasing music as well, which is what has happened to Casanova in the middle of his career. They've taken it away from him. They're like, no, you're done. You can't do it no more. What's up, Shavad? Appreciate you for tuning in. Banks actually just released a new trailer for The Course is Inevitable, the new album that he's going to be releasing. It's COTI, The Course of the Inevitable. Hashtag COTI. He just released the trailer on his page. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. We'll get back to it in a second, but we're speaking on Casanova right now. G Jerk, appreciate you for tuning in. Yonkers is in the building, you guys. On Code says Cass can forget it. He's never getting out of jail. I highly doubt that. On Code always, man. I really do. I highly doubt that. Casanova has a major opportunity to beat this case. He's actually only involved in 3 of the counts of the indictment in comparison to dude we were just talking about, YFN Lucci. You know what I mean? YFN Lucci he's not involved in all the counts. I don't really know how many he's involved in because, there was like 13 or 16 counts in Casanova's case. There was like, you know what I mean? There was like 15, 16 max. In YFN Lucci's, there's 100, you guys. 100 plus. Jesus. It's crazy. Mr. 410 says, Banks been dope. Ronald says, yeah, Murder Inc. took a major L, and Casanova's taking a major L right now, too. Just like Rollo. You know what I mean? Just like when Kodak Black was locked up for those. What did Kodak Black serve? 12 or 13 months out of his, or did he serve 22 months out of his 42 months? Well, what was it, you guys? I can't exactly remember. The point is, they missed out on a whole lot of money. Kodak Black could have been earning so much money outside. And this goes back to pre-pandemic, especially when the touring was really, you know what I mean, really there. And these artists were able to earn 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 a show. And you got to sit in jail. You know what I mean? You got to be kidding me right now. Casanova has to sit in jail when you know what I mean? Look what's happening right now. He could be touring with Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? He could have been touring with anybody right now. Doesn't matter. Appreciate you, Elgin. Thank you for tapping in. Tony says, free Casanova. The New York Steve says, free Casanova. My sentiments are with you guys. Free Casanova. He's a good dude, man. It's really bullshit when you can get caught up by your association like this. You know what I mean? It's really bullshit when your association with different people can get you caught up. It's like I can't even be friends with anybody anymore. It's like you're telling me now, because of the fact that I'm under the public watch, that I can't be friends with anybody. I can't be friends with the guy who gave me my first $100 bill. I can't be friends with that guy anymore? Are you shitting me? Yo, John Smith, what up? Sup, Mikey T from Far Rock, Queens. God bless you and keep doing your thing, Playboy. Bless up. I appreciate you tuning in from Far Rock, Queens. Got major love for Far Rock. Chinks actually had me out to Far Rocks to actually film one of his first videos, Keep It Moving. I filmed one of Chinks's first videos, and he just had all of Far Rock showing me love, man. And I got so many memories of that day that I'll never forget, man. So major salute to Far Rock, Queens, New York. Salute. Man, Shavad, can you imagine that? You just saying their names right there, YFN, Lucci, and Casanova. Could you just imagine like what a record with them two would sound like? But anyways, Shavad Hall says, YFN, Lucci, and Casanova are the faces, so of course they're going to get the charges. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. I can't even remember other people's names that were involved in the situation because of the way that the media plasters the mainstream artists in front of the camera like there. And you know what? They never even take the time of day to consider the fact that somebody could be manipulated. You know what I mean? All they do, all they do is they put them up there and they plaster their face all over the television. You know what I mean? On the lists, all the lists out there and shit. And they never really will take the time to consider how someone can be manipulated. I guess you got to wait till the movie to see that. Banks never had a whack bar. Don't know where that came from, but all right. Mr. Official says, I hope the best for Big Bro, but damn, a lot of shit could have been avoided, bro. I just don't understand how dudes put in all this work to then turning. Far rock. There's a lot of cases going on. Shit is real out here. Yo, Chris Williams, salute to you, man. Philly's in the building. Elgin says, what is your Cash App? Yo, appreciate everybody tapping in. If anybody wants to donate to the channel, you can donate by Cash App. Cash App, Mikey T Movie, to donate to the channel, you guys. Major salute. Appreciate everybody in here. Touring with Bobby Shmurda. Exactly. Yep. No, you're right. Yep. Going to see Wolf, that whole situation. You know, he didn't think there was anything wrong. Smoke break, you guys. What's everyone smoking on? Dudes, it's funny as hell. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. We're talking about Casanova tonight. We're talking about Lloyd Banks as well. You know, I got a love for everybody tuning in on the live. Had to come on and speak about it. Lloyd Banks has a new album. You know, it's going to be a little bit different. I was thinking, like, Banks puts out so much material, you know, like Halloween Havoc, Cold Corner, PLK, all these different projects. Then the Hunger for More series, you know, the Rotten Apple. We see the difference. I was just sort of wondering, like, what was the difference between like a this and that? I think it's going to be the fact that all of those projects were actually available for stream, and this project, this new album, The Course of the Inevitable, is actually going to be for purchase. So we got to make sure to support Lloyd Banks in this. My man smoking on that Newport smoke. Real talk. We're actually speaking on Cass and Lloyd Banks tonight. You haven't missed much, man. We're really just overall going over everything. We live, baby. We live, baby. Get that money. If anybody wants to support the channel, hit that Cash App Mikey T Movie to donate. Brownsville is in the building. Yup, John Smith. You remember it was Banks versus Cassidy. But let me ask you, in that whole situation, John Smith, and I'll ask everybody else in the chat, who did you guys like in the Banks versus Cassidy? What up, Byron B? Appreciate you for tapping in. Is that Byron from Connecticut? But what did everybody think, man, in that whole Banks versus Cassidy element, in that whole mixtape type deal? But also, more than just the mixtape, like, who did you guys actually like better as a rapper? I'm going to actually say Banks. John Smith, I'm going to agree with you and say Banks for sure, man. You know, I'm going to say Banks for sure on the Banks versus Cassidy tip. But yeah, just overall Banks. Although I think out of them, I think actually no, you can't. Yeah, I'm gonna go Banks. I'm gonna go Banks as well. Jordan says Banks got to do videos. Yeah, go check out the new trailer he released, man. That kind of gives me high hopes that he realizes how important visuals are. Oh shit, Bubblegum Diesel. That sounds good, bro. Major salute to Brownsville. You know, my guy's King Twin. My guy King Twin out there, Brownsville and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's got a company out in New York. Yes, Brick, you sound absolutely crazy. Cassidy and Little Baby on a song. You sound absolutely crazy. John says Banks for sure. Bloody Dumb says Banks. Excuse me, Blondie. My bad, homie. Yeah, yeah. What does everyone think about Banks doing this album without 50 Cent? I mean, let's talk about that. Let's get into that a little bit, man. My man, Cuba79 says, Yo, Mikey T, always keeping us informed with facts. Smoking out a Cuban sour with some Ron. I'm from Chicago. What's popping, man? What's popping? Yeah, so let's talk about that, man. You know, Lloyd Banks' first album, Hunger for More, came out with G Unit Interscope, right? You know, second album, Rotten Apple, G Unit Interscope. Third album, was wondering if it was going to be G Unit went independent. You know, they did that partnership with EMI. I think it was EMI and Caroline or something like that. Maybe EMI was prior to Caroline. I think 50 got Banks a deal with EMI to do the Hunger for More album, right? You guys following me? The Hunger for More 2 album. That album actually released with G Unit. So this one is technically going to be the first G Unit, the first album that won't be on G Unit, you guys. The first album without 50 Cent. Is that what this is going to be? Because right now, I believe Lloyd Banks is being managed by Hovain, the former manager of Troy Ave. Now, I think this is great. I think this partnership right here is going to be great because Hovain knows how to work music. Hovain also knows how to work the scene. Hovain knows how to work the country. You know what I mean? By going from state to state, touring city to city. Him and Banks will work hand in hand like that because Banks has name brand value. All of those cities across the United States, hell, even the small towns are going to remember Lloyd Banks, and Hovain is going to be able to work that as long as that's the type of partnership that they have. If you guys remember, at a certain point, 50 stopped messing with Sha Money, and 50 was like, you all need to go get new managers. 50 said it to Banks, Buck, and Yayo. Mikey T's tax write-off, Tony Yayo. He said it to Buck, Banks, and Mikey T's tax write-off, Tony Yayo. He said, you guys need to go get new management. And at this point, the G Unit rappers were hot as hell. They could have went and got management from anybody they wanted. Could have got management. Agree. You guys got to agree with me. Banks, Buck, and Yayo at this point could have went to any management team that they wanted and got them to work with them and produce their music and produce their image, whatever it was. It would have been easy for them as an artist on G Unit right under 50 Cent to go do that, but they didn't do it. And that's why the dude asked me, how did I feel if Banks was so dependent on 50? You know, Banks, Yayo, and Buck could have went out and got the best managers in the game. And I think right now, you guys, Banks has a really good manager in Hovain because of the reasons that I said. Because I think Hovain is going to remember. Hovain really did a lot for Troy Ave, I think, or learned a lot while with Troy Ave. But you know what, man? I think Lloyd Banks will take Hovain to a whole nother levels. I think together they will take each other to whole nother levels, man. And shit, I think Who Kid and Waka Flocka are working together, right? Let me just put that out in the air, man. That would be a hell of a tour. Lloyd Banks, Waka Flocka, Who Kid, you know what I mean? Set up by Hovain. Or you guys, would Lloyd Banks and Waka Flocka mix? Would that be a good tour, a little show? They could even take it overseas. Mike Cass, appreciate you for tapping in. Louis says that would be dope. Yeah, Seven God. Waka Flocka's actually been working with DJ Who Kid. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Waka and DJ Who Kid were actually doing a number of shows together. And you guys know that Who Kid actually always tries to take some of the time. He always went overseas with Banks and shit. So I think them coming together could give them a whole other reason to go overseas together. And you could get my homie, Tony Yayo. You could get him in on the tour too, because he is Mikey T's tax write-off. You got a home over here, Yayo. You got a home over here, Yayo. I know you wanted to call your second album. I know 15 years ago you wanted to call your second album 50s tax write-off. But listen, we can make it happen. 2022. Tony Yayo's second album. 17 years in the making. Mike T's tax write-off. Let me know what you think, man. Yeah, I think that would be great, man. I think that would be great. So, but honestly, you guys, why wouldn't 50 get on this new album? You know what I mean? The album's going to be called The Course of the Inevitable. I think that that title says a lot to me. You know what I mean? It says to me that music is inevitable for Lloyd Banks. It says that his musical talent is inevitable. You know what I mean? It's inevitable that this man produces music. And you know what, man? I think the album deserves a 50 Cent collaboration. These guys work well together, man. And I'm not just talking about the ad libs that 50 does on Hands Up or On Fire. Look at what they did together on weren't they on Cake together, you guys? No, they weren't on Cake, were they? Were they not on Cake together? Am I tripping? Okay, thank God I'm not tripping, man. I done been through every hood. In the heart of a victim, murder is monumental. Yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. Yo, I'll say this, John Smith. I said it before. I actually reviewed Beg for Mercy. If you want to go check it out, me and RBH actually reviewed Beg for Mercy. Beg for Mercy was actually a classic group album, without a doubt. Yup. Guy Van, appreciate you for tapping in. It's a Queens thing, Mikey T. Don't forget about Uncle Murda. Salute Seven God for sending that free raw digs. You damn right, man. Free the Top Goon, free AR Rab. What do you mean I don't like Yayo? I'm going to invest in Yayo when I get rich. I'm going to invest in Tony Yayo when I get rich. I'm going to be like, yo, Yayo. You know what? I'm going to do the same shit. I'm going to be like, Yayo. I'm going to do the same shit. He's going to be like, hopefully it comes with a check. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, man. You know, hip-hop shit is going crazy right now. The hip-hop shit is going crazy right now. They're trying to throw my man Casanova under the damn bus right now. They're trying to throw Casanova under the bus right now, trying to implicate him in this Miami shit. like you can control what other people are doing and shit. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do the same shit that they've done in the past to Boosie. You know what I mean? They're trying to do the same shit that they've done to Murder Inc. in the past. Why do they got to attack these musicians? Why do they got to attack these men who have changed their lives, yo? Yo, this dude is weird, man. Yo, man. Come on, man. Don't blow my high, man. Don't blow my high, man. I'm in here trying to salute my man Tony Yayo. I'm in here trying to give my man Tony Yayo a little bit of clout. I mean, you know what I mean? I know Yayo was here at the Foxwoods at the I know 50 was buying Yayo drinks at the Sugar Factory at Foxwoods. You know what I mean? 50 got him a couple of them $60 drinks. You know what I'm saying? The joint with the it's like in a goblet. The shit come. Shout out Mikey T, the GOAT. Facts. Salute to you, man. John Smith says, Mikey T, you on the road to becoming rich. Rich, I can see it now. Just don't let the haters take you down. Okay, I'm going to use that advice. Louis says he was the worst G Unit member. The worst G Unit member. You really want to debate that with me, Louis? You really want to debate that with me, Louis? If Tony Yayo was the worst G Unit member? I bet you I could think of a worse G Unit member. First of all, I don't even need to name one. There are other G Unit members who did not produce as much money as Tony Yayo. There are G Unit members that didn't even release albums. There are G Unit members that actually sold less than Tony Yayo. So I think you're just wrong in that fact right there. I think you're just wrong on that fact alone right there, because Tony Yayo did actually come out and sell 215,000 units. Yayo came out, sold 215,000 units. Oh, Mick Cass came right out and said it. Nah, that chick on the label was trash. He's talking about Olivia, actually. Olivia had a couple good songs. She had Best Friend with 50, and then she had So Sexy, you know? But that record with Lloyd Banks, Twisted, just wasn't really doing it for me. Yayo was the most loyal member. Yep, Louis gives that to you, Ralph. He says Leo was definitely a loyal member. I'll give him that. Yeah, Yayo was mad loyal to 50, man. Yayo was mad loyal to 50, you know? It's weird how Yayo would say that I'm really good at doing interviews and then not do an interview with me. Like Yayo went on his live and he was like, yeah, Mikey T is actually really, really good at interviews. But then he wouldn't do an interview with me. It actually made no sense whatsoever. You know what I mean? The shit would probably do like 100,000 views. You know what I mean? It would probably do like let's be honest, you guys. If I did a Tony, you guys think it would do 5,000 views on my page, or do you think it would be a big hit like some of the interviews, like the PD Crack, like the Uncasa, like the AR Rab joints, like the JoJo Capone joint? You know, I got some big interviews like the Gilly the Kid joint. Or do you think the Tony Yayo interview would only do like 5,000-6,000 hits? Or do you think it would be doing like 70, 80, 90, 100,000 hits? Personally, I think we would have did major views together. Yep. I feel like Yayo, like how freaky is with Cam. Yeah, you know, a lot of people have said that in the past. A lot of people had said that in the past. When you look at the 4 members of G Unit and the 4 members of Dipset, even though Yayo had been at G Unit longer, you know what I mean? Yayo was at G Unit longer, actually, than Yayo was at G Unit longer than Buck. You know what I'm saying? But still, people would consider Buck in more of a role at G Unit, more considerable role. Major numbers. John Smith says 100 plus K. Yeah, we would have done numbers. Me and Yale would have done numbers together. Uh oh, you're saying Lloyd Banks definitely won't do an interview with me for some reason. It actually makes no sense why Lloyd Banks won't do an interview with me, you know? Freaky has 730 dips. WTF does Yayo have? You're hilarious, man. Louis says, I would like to hear about what he is doing today and some of his classic stories we don't know about. I think that would definitely work as an interview. Yeah, man. But, I never give up on what I do. You know what I mean? But the whole Tony Yayo thing, it should have happened by now, to be honest with you guys. I thought for sure after he went on live and said that I do dope interviews, you know what I mean, that it would be on and popping. You know what I'm saying? But it just doesn't work out like that. It just doesn't work out like that all the time. And whatever, man. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. Just know when I get my record label popping, we can do a thing. It'll be movie star / G Unit. I'll do a deal with G Unit. It'll be cool. I'll be doing interviews about it. I'll be like, yo, got this new G Unit project coming out. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, nah, man. I don't. It would be dope, man. But ooh, Vanguardian TV says G Unit over Dipset. Let's see, guys. What do y'all think, man? Beg for Mercy and Terminate on Sight versus Diplomatic Immunity 1 and 2. Which did y'all like better? Which did y'all actually like better? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. That second G Unit album, album was absolutely horrible. Salute Brooklyn, bad boy. Appreciate you for tuning in. I really did not like the Terminate on Sight album, you guys, just to be 100% honest with you. Mike Cass says, I'm going to have to side with G Unit, but I'm also a Queens dude. Yeah, I know, man, but was Diplomatic Immunity 2 better than, you know what I mean? I mean, I really don't think there's any topping Beg for Mercy, you guys. There's no topping Beg for Mercy, but Terminate on Sight was like not good. Diplomatic Immunity. No one from Dipset is messing with Banks. I agree. Jermaine says Dipset hands down. Joint says no way. Dipset has more bosses. Giovanni says I had the G Unit outfit in the 6th grade with the shoes. Which shoes, man? Did you have the all whites or what? Wow. Louis said he liked Terminate on Sight. That's a first. You don't always really hear that, man. You don't always really hear that, man. You don't always really hear that. Hell no, I did not like J.R. Writer, The Dawn, Hell Rel, Banks kills Dipset. Overall, I think there was better MCs in Dipset, though. Stacked bundles. Yeah, but Stack Bundles, I mean, he was Bird Gang. Stack Bundle was Bird Gang, so you can't really put him up against Banks, man. I like that. I like that. I like that. My rope all freezy, dope on the TV, ecstasy, especially out the GT. Arabo says, now, Mikey, are we talking about JR, Hellrel, and 40 Dipset or G Unit with Buck and Game? Because that makes a difference. You're right, man. You're right. I'm glad you brought that up. Because, like, we're actually just talking about the core 4 members of the group. That's really what we're focusing on, man. Because if you're talking about game, then you really can't just say that Dipset had more bosses than G Unit. Only uptowners like the Dips. My man Scrap Bird is on that mint rocks tonight. I'm smoking on some white runts. About to roll this up. You heard? You heard what I'm saying? About to roll this shit up and smoke with y'all. What's everybody else smoking, man? Let me know. Let me know what I'm joining you on tonight. Everybody go check out that new Lloyd Banks trailer. He put out a trailer. It's 3.5 minutes long, so it's a little bit more than a trailer, actually, guys. So go check it out, man, because I know a lot of people are excited for a new offering. A new offering from Lloyd Banks. I mean, we've been waiting a number of years for an official album to come out. And I think this will be an album in comparison to the other tapes. Now, we're not going to, obviously, it's not going to be the same experience like how we, first purchased Lloyd Banks's album back in 2004. Because, I mean, I can remember going to a store and personally buying Lloyd Banks's first album. Shit, I even bought his second album in a store, Rotten Apple. And Hunger for More was there in 2009 as well. Hunger for More 2. It was 2009, right? It better have been 2009. It better have been 2000. If it was any later than, wow. Damn. 2010. They made him wait 4 years and a month. 4 years in 1 month. I know for a fact I didn't buy the Hunger for More 2 album, though, you guys. Even though I really liked some of the records on there were great. Like, hold on. No. Damn it. Come on, man. Yep. My favorite record on there was actually I Don't Deserve You Part 2. No, not Part 2. I Don't Deserve You. You got to start getting my bud from Jungle Boys. I've actually gotten bud from the Jungle Boys a few times. I really liked it. It was freaking awesome. Yeah. It was actually a Jungle Boys Mike Tyson collaboration. Eli said, I love the Lloyd Banks Rotten Apple, even though it didn't sell well. Yeah, man. I think they just took too long to release it, Like, because his first album came out in July 2004. His next album, October 2006. It just, like, kind of turned me off as a consumer, I lost touch. Now, if they had that album ready by October 2005, right after Yayo's album in June, Yayo's album should have dropped June 2005. Lloyd Banks' second album should have dropped October 2005. And then they could have put out the damn G Unit soundtrack. But I guess they didn't want to release so many albums or something like that. Like, come on, man. We want these G Unit releases. It ain't nothing to go out there and buy a $12 album. I mean, when you have ample time to get ready to purchase it back then. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because you would have like literally 2.5 months, 3 months of preparation. You'd see the guys promoting the album. But then what did they do for Yayo's album? After the 2 or 3 months of preparation, they gave us an extra 3 months of wait time. You think I want that damn album after waiting for it for 3 more months? Yeah, I waited for the Yayo album, but I'll be damned if you make me wait again. So they turned off some fans by doing it like that, you guys. I don't know if you remember it like I do, but that's what happened. That's the truth of what happened back in the day. Queens and BX, salute. The nicest artist coming out of Brooklyn, man. Come on. Brooklyn has it on lock right now. I remember I was on here with I was actually on here with Lil Preem, P2. I was on here with Lil Preem and I was telling him how much Brooklyn had it on lock right now. And he's like, nah, man, Queens has it on lock because he didn't want to admit it. But I was like, yo, bro, what are you talking about? Right now, Brooklyn has everybody in the industry, man. Major shout out to Chef G. Chef G is really doing his thing right now. Chef G, Sleepy Hollow, you know what I'm saying? Those guys really doing their thing. But my bro Dark Low is doing his thing right now too. Dark Low's new album, Borrowed Time, is out. I really hope you guys have heard Borrowed Time, but if you haven't, I want you to go purchase that right now. It's on iTunes, and it's actually climbing up on the charts. Low actually told me that it broke. Let me get it here. Let me get it here so everybody can go download the shit. Everybody needs to go download this and support Dark Low. Go support Dark Low, y'all. Yeah, Brooklyn has it on lock right now. Yes, Dark Low's the nicest out of Philly right now. Everybody go get Dark Low's new album, Borrowed Time. Borrowed Time, the new album from Dark Low is available. It's available right now. I need y'all to go get that shit. Everybody go get this album right now. Fab's the nicest out of BK. Yo, BK has the nicest rappers, yo. BK really does have the nicest rappers. Nah, I haven't done an interview with Willie the Kid. Never did an interview with Willie the Kid. Giovanni. But yeah, man. Everybody go support Dark Low, man. Everybody go support Dark Low, man. I'm smoking right now, yo. Enjoying this good runs right now, actually. Intermission. Yeah, Nazir. Yeah, Nazir Shine. That name is crazy. And Gilly actually spoke with DJ Drama about that name of the guy, Willie the Kid. And Young Dollar says Joey Badass. Yeah, I actually did a little interview with Joey Badass. Go type it in, Mikey T, the movie star, Joey Badass. Scott says, all I smoke is Dutchess. Me too, bro. All I smoke is Dutchess. Mike Knox was messing with me for a second, you guys. Mike Knox was messing with me for a second. He was like calling me all the time, and then he blocked me on Instagram and all types of weird shit. It wasn't cool. So I'm like, all right, you want to block me? Whatever, man. Yes, pray for Haiti, man. Young Dollars. My bro Socrates is actually in Haiti. That was my bro right there. That's my bro since young. No Dutches in Cali? Word, what am I going to be smoking when I go to Cali then? Khalid says Dark Low is hands down the hardest out of Philly. Yeah, I'm hoping I get a new interview with Dark Low pretty soon to speak on the music. And I'm really hoping to do an interview with Harry Fraud. So just letting you guys know that. So you're saying I got to bring a couple boxes? Like 3. You got to bring like 3. You need like 30 packs, I guess. Exactly. Bring your own boxes. Backwoods too. All right. Yeah, Menace was telling me that actually. Menace was telling me. And I'd be liking those white Russian creams. Nah, I never interviewed Leaf Ward either, man. I never interviewed Leaf Ward either. I have not had the opportunity. I've not had the pleasure of interviewing Leaf Ward. Dope artist though, man. And he has a really great come up. Or he is having a really great come up, I should say. The Backwoods, you sell them for $3 each. Swisher Sweets in Cali, okay. I like Swisher Sweets too. No, I can deal with Swisher Sweets. But let me ask you, how much are they? Because these joints are like a pack, 1 pack of 3 is $2.50. So and that's why I just buy the full thing. Nah, man, we was still smoking Swishers in 2011, bro. What are you talking about? We were still smoking Swishers in 2012. Rick Ross made the Swishers popping again too. Ross was like, "Yo, man, I smoked the Swisher. It lets the blunt breathe." Mike, Low is home. Low's on house arrest right now, bro. Mike, Low just released his new album, Borrowed Time. The link is pinned. If anybody think Dark Low is locked up, Dark Low has been blessed to come home. Dark Low is home right now, you guys. He's focusing on his music. Please go watch the interview that I did with Dark Low about a month ago and hit the link that's pinned, you guys, because Low has blessed you all with 9 new records on a project produced by Harry Fraud, who, from what my homie RBH said, he produced the album to damn perfection. He said Harry got 100% on that, man. Now's Your Shine. The opening track on Borrowed Time is crazy. It's actually called Daily Prayers. Daily Prayers. I did a whole review on it, you guys. Y'all should go check out the review. I did a full review last night. It's Daily Prayers, Premonition. Track 3 is Shots Ringing featuring 38 Special. Track 4 is Vultures with A.R.Ab. Track 5 is Right Left. It's an interlude. It's about 2 minutes. It's an interlude, some dope spitting on it. Then he's got a track called Blicky, followed by Missing Summers with Boldy James, which was actually the second release off of Borrowed Time. Then Auntie had Withdraws, and track number 9, Careless. Everyone needs to go check out the new album from Dark Low, man. Khaled says, Mike, I fully respect you for holding it down and keeping it 1,000. He's going in and shit, and thank you for Madtown, California. Salute, man. Salute. All good, Mike. It's all good, man. Yup, Wavy Cam 38 Specials on there. The record's called Shots Ringing, man. So please go pick the album up on iTunes, guys. Dark Low was locked up for a year. And you know what? It's amazing to see the support that he's getting now that he's home, you guys, because he's really a great talent, man. Nah, man, I never saw any. Actually, in any of the dispensaries out here in Massachusetts, I've never seen a pre-roll labeled with moon rocks, man. That actually is something I'm gonna keep my eyes out for now. I don't know if he said .7s. I think he said sevens. Vanguardian said Quando's album is fire. That's Vanguardian TV. That's actually the album called Still Taking Risks. Here, let me light this shit back up, man. Y'all got me wanting to run game. Just answered your question, Mike. On another ones, he's like, last time I said quarters, make it a half. No, Scott. No, he's not talking about it like that. I was bagging up the .7s. I was bagging up a .7. What up? What up? What up, George? What's popping with you, man? No, I'm not in Massachusetts. I'm in Connecticut, you guys. Yeah, Low has a lot of material coming. Low has a lot of material coming. Oh, Scott. Oh, you're talking about people smoking .7s. Vidon and Ransom 7. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm gonna look that shit up. I'm gonna look that shit up right after I get out of here, actually. Laughing out. I was bagging .7s for dimes, bagging 420 out the O. If you ever hustled it, you know. Hold on, was that a rhyme? He said, I was bagging .7s for dimes, bagging 420 for the O. If you ever hustled it, then you know. He's like, yo, that's a bar, right? Scott says, my brother has been doing a lot of music with Low. Yo, Andy, I told you, man, I can be calm too, man. I can be calm, cool, collected, but I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. A 3.5 should average about 3 woods. Young Dollars. The album really didn't do too well from what I read. I think it said it sold like 10,000 copies. It's like, come on, man. It's not the time to release an album. It's not really the time for Quando to really release an album right now. But what do you expect? This pandemic time, people got to do what they can to make money. 3.5 is 2 Dutches. Yeah, it's like 2 1.7s, to be honest with you, man. And that's really shortchanging yourself, too, to only put a 1.7 in a GAR. Exactly, Scott. Yeah, I keep my feet on these dudes' necks, man. They had to bow out. They had to bow out, man. I'm sorry, but they had to bow out. They got nothing. You know what I mean? They really had to bow out. And Tony Ayo wanted to laugh at me. Tony Ayo wanted to laugh at me getting you could call it pressed if you want. Tony Ayo wanted to laugh at me getting face-to-face confronted by dude. Bro, you got wedgied. You got wedgied by your own homies. Like, come on. Your own friends wedgied you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're having a laughing competition, I won. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Yeah, it's really crazy, man. It's really crazy too, Giovanni, how much of a downward spiral, he's going through right now. Quando Rondo's career, who knows, maybe releasing that album and selling 10,000 units, maybe that's a pretty good thing for him. You know what I mean? Maybe that is possibly a good thing, depending on the way that he released it. You know, people are trying to find different methods of making money right now with the rest of the country not being fully open. Right now, shows are just getting started back. So over the last 13, 14 months, people have had to try to find new ways to generate income. A lot of the income for the artist was from these shows. And we saw a lot of Quando shows starting to get canceled. And that's potentially the reason that he even released an album. Scott says you can't be a pushover. You can't not be a pushover. Exactly. I'm not going to be a pushover. I'm not the guys these people are going to point at and say, "Yo, he's not going to make it." And then I'm just going to stop and I'm going to clam up and I'm not going to do this anymore, because that's what they want. You know what I mean? They want me to clam up, not do this. They want me to not be the person that I can really be. You know what I'm saying? They just want me to quit, but that's not going to happen, you guys. It's not going to happen. I don't reach for this content, you guys. I'm just jumping on here like academics would talk about it. I'm jumping on here like Adam 22 and all those guys would talk about it, like Doggy Diamonds, you know what I mean? Like MREC. These guys are all people that I think are really adding to the culture, just to be 100% with you guys. You know what I mean? Hip hop has so many different channels right now. You know, that's why it's becoming so much more powerful. You know, hip hop has so many different channels right now that you can just turn on and you can hear about this and you can hear about that. And I don't want my shit to get stomped out just because somebody says, "Oh, you suck at what you do. You're not," you know what I mean? First of all, he's contradicting himself. Dude went on the internet and said that I do great interviews in the first place. You know what I mean? To come on 3, 4 months later, when I jump on here and start doing this and putting myself on the camera, you know what I mean? Something that 50 million people are too shy to do. You know what I'm saying? And you're just going to try to run me in the dirt and say, "Oh, you can't do it. You just reach for what you wanted." And bro, what are you talking about, man? I have actually came into this game by interviewing some of the most notable people in our profession. You know what I mean? I don't think anything about what I do is a reach, any indication. I've actually interviewed Casanova in person, face to face. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've actually interviewed Casanova face to face in person. You know, I've actually witnessed the career of Hovain working with Troy Ave. You know, I saw it. I saw it, like how much impact Hovain had to Troy Ave's career. And that's why I think Hovain linking with Lloyd Banks, it's going to be major success. You know what I mean? Whether it's success across the nation touring, or whether it comes to be more success when it comes to releasing these albums, you know what I mean? They both could go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? But I think that this is going to be a really good relationship. And will 50 Cent be on the album? I don't know. I think he should. I think he should definitely be on the album. I mean, the title screams 50 Cent. You know what I mean? The title screams 50 Cent to me, to be 100% honest with you guys. COTI, hashtag it, you guys. Hashtag it, get ready for it. This could be the fourth album of Lloyd Banks, COTI, The Course of the Inevitable by Lloyd Banks. Man, I'm looking forward to it. No telling who's going to be on this project, because Banks has always surprised us when it comes to features. You know what I'm saying? So there's really no telling who's going to be on this album. Like for all we know, like what do we see? We see Lloyd Banks doing a record with Ransom right now. For all we know, Lloyd Banks could pop up with Conway on this album. You know what I mean? Eminem has always had a really strong relationship with Eminem has always had a really strong relationship with Lloyd Banks. Also, could we see Joel Santana pop back up? You know what I mean? Little Beamer, Benz, or Bentley type, you know, reuniting. Appreciate you, Mike. John Smith says, "Remember, Mikey T, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping." Well, especially when your haters are Billboard charting artists, especially when your haters have sold 200,000 units in a week, especially when your haters are signed to one of the biggest moguls in the industry. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you're popping. Because they always say, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know what, man? It just so happens some of my haters are on the Billboard charts, man. To each your own, man. To each his own. Salute to them all, though, man, for keeping my name in their mind. It's pretty awesome that I found a little spot in there. Mikey T, facts. Your job is to update us on news and hip hop so Av and Lower get shit going on. You still supposed to let it be known. Yeah, and everything in general as well. You know what I mean? Everything as well in general, man. You know what I mean? Prince, man. Prince said 50 and Banks ain't cool no more. Man, we all have friendships in our life that we work through. I think anybody knows that. You can't really determine something like that, because like some friendships will last forever. Ooh, Eli says 50 is definitely not going to be on the album. He's going to prove that he don't need 50 Cent. Yeah, so you think it's a matter of him actually having to prove that he doesn't need 50 Cent? Yeah, I mean, I think Banks has already proved that he's a solidified artist. Like I said earlier, a lot of Banks's most known singles are actually, you know what I mean, like Karma, I'm So Fly. You know what I mean? A lot of the singles are actually not necessarily related to 50 Cent. Eli says Benny the Butcher, however, is going to be on the album. I would have to say that's about a 90% certainty. I would have to say that's about a 90% certainty. And just imagine, am I going too far here, you guys? Would it be amazing if Lloyd Banks got Eminem and Benny the Butcher on the same track? Ooh, you saying I need to get some shades. I like that. I like that. I like that. Yo, Prince Sports says, I'm from Queensbridge. Hip hop is in his blood. Shout out to you for repping. Appreciate you, Prince Sports, for tapping in, man. Andy said, philanthropic endeavors. 50 always be working, man. There ain't no doubt in that. Yep, the hater blockers. Exactly. I might go buy a pair of shades now that you said that, man. I might go buy a pair of shades just because you said that, man. I might go buy a pair of shades just because you said that, man. But you know what? This is my hater blockers right here. Smoking that kush. George says, Mikey, am I crazy? But Straight Outta Cash Flow is a better album than Hunger to More for me. You're not crazy for saying that. A lot of people actually said that. Lloyd Banks's album was so good. Or let me say this. Lloyd Banks's album was so heavily anticipated. You know what I mean? It was so heavily purchased as well that they needed to make Buck's album a classic, that really stands the test of time in order to really fit in the G Unit mold. If you notice, they didn't take the same amount of time on the Buck the World as they did with Straight Outta Cashville. So no, you're not crazy. A lot of people do consider Straight Outta Cashville to be better than Hunger for More. The track with Benny and Low was dope. You're wrong. Hunger for More was better. I don't know. I like Hunger for More. Hunger for More was better. First Buck album is fire. Yeah, a lot of people say that they really liked Buck's first album was classic. Whereas, do you guys consider Hunger for More to be a classic album? I say Buck's first album was classic on the level of Get Rich or Die Trying. You know what I'm saying? Buck's first album was on that level. His second album just didn't get that proper TLC. So John Smith, are you saying that Hunger for More was a classic album? Hold on 1 second. Let me get my guy. Giovanni says, I think Casanova is going to fold. I think you're wrong, Giovanni. John Smith said it was fire, but all right, man. All right, let's take a little poll. Let's take a little poll. Let's take a little poll. We're gonna do a poll, an official poll. All right, guys, we're doing a poll. Hunger for More or Straight Outta Cashville? What has everyone got? Let's get it. I want to get. We're gonna do the answers. We're gonna do the answers. I think it's like first to 15. Let's go. First to 15. I want whoever gets 15, no double votes. Whoever gets 15, no double votes. I will give this to. I want to see this. Who does everyone think had the better album out of Banks and this is on their first two albums? Hell, I might even say that Buck the World was better than Rotten Apple as well, but that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Hunger for More or Straight Outta Cashville, you guys. Let's get some of the answers. All right, Cashville, Hunger for More, Cashville. So that's 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. 7-6. Somebody get the count for me. Somebody do the official count for me. Can somebody do the official count? Mr. Unknown Black says Hunger for More 100%. I want to know, what does everybody in the chat think? Who had a better album, Lloyd Banks or Young Buck? Straight Outta Cashville or Hunger for More? What was the better album to all of you? Please give me some opinions. Give me some feedback. I'm wondering what you all think. Yeah, Scott, it's actually a contest, huh, bro? Everybody that's just getting in to this live video, I'm asking for a polling right now. Lloyd Banks's Hunger for More or Straight Outta Cashville, who had the better album? Which album was better? George, who's winning right now? Zeke, you are hilarious. Nine to 9 right now. Oh, 13 Banks. It's a tie. It's a tie. Tiebreaker. That's dope, y'all. Man, I really appreciate y'all. We do some lit shit in here, you guys. We do some lit shit in here. Yeah, black gloves. That black gloves, black mask, black pants, black shirt, black glove, blue steel. Straight out of Cashville. Block. Appreciate you for tapping in. Mike Cass says 14 to 13. Whoa, are you crazy? Are you really going to ask me about going out with my homies to a sauna? Are you a freaking idiot? Are you serious, man? Like, God, you just sound like an idiot, man. Don't even bring that. Yo, I'm about to block your ass, too. I'm about to block your little weird ass. Don't be bringing up that irrelevant punk in my video. Price is on my head. Exactly. Bang, bang. I shot you down. Bang, bang. You hit the ground. Bang, bang. Oh, I'm shooting you down. Yeah, man. There was so many good songs on that. You know what I mean? Yo, this dude feels so cool in my video. He feels so cool logging into my chat, you guys. God, go do something better with your life, man. Get out of my video. Yeah, Stomped with Ludacris and T.I. Those are two amazing features, but it was actually switched to Ludacris and The Game. Leo, yeah, Mikey knows music. Facts, man. Facts. Hunger for More, Warrior Part 2. Yeah, you can't discredit Warrior Part 2. You know what I mean? There's the Warriors, now you know it. True Warriors. Nate Dogg. Being making paranoid. Yeah, man, that shit was dope. That had Eminem, that had 50 Cent. Is that the one that had who else was on it? Was it Snoop Dogg on it as well? Was Snoop Dogg on that? Was Snoop Dogg on Warrior Part 2, you guys? Nah, no, right. It was just M, 50, and Banks and Nate Dogg. Yeah, he's suspect, man. He's mad suspect, yo. Yep. Nate Dogg. This is the story of a warrior, and now you know it. True warriors. Yep, Game was the one on the song when T.I. was kicked off. I think Game's verse was definitely better than T.I.'s verse, though. No shade on T.I. I love T.I.'s music and all that, but Game's verse was dope. Yeah, another hater. Another hater. Nah, Tony Yayo was on the first track. Tony Yayo was actually on the first track, Ain't No Click. That was the only song that Yayo was featured on. What song was Yayo featured on Rotten Apple? I'm eager if anybody knows. Till the End. So he had Nate Dogg on the album twice as well? Damn. That's hard. Yeah, Yayo killed that. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. That's another issue that I had with Tony Yayo. It's like, yo, Yayo, you're gonna go and somebody soundbite this to Tony Yayo. It's like, Yayo, you're gonna go and support somebody who's dissing me that never bought your album. You're gonna go and support somebody dissing me who has never cared about your career a day in his damn life. Somebody that actually one of the 200,000 people, 215,000 people that purchased your album, and you're going to discredit me like that? Okay, I see what's up. I see what's up there. I see what's up. You know what I mean? I see what's up. I see how people treat their fans. I see how people, more than fans, I see how people treat people who support them, people who actually pull the $20 bill out of their pocket to support you. I see how you do things, man. You know what I mean? And that's why they have a word for that. They have a word for that. You know, when you treat people that way, someone in the chat, what is the word for that? When you discount all the people in life who put you into a position that you got to. What's that word, you guys? That word that comes up to haunt these people later on in life. Banks hit 15. Banks hit fit. Well, you know what, man, Mike, I honestly, believe that Lloyd Banks' Hunger for More album is more popular. I mean, look at the sales. He sold 400 plus thousand units first week. Young Buck sold 260,000. So yeah. But what I was saying was that what I was saying is that they had to go so much harder on Buck's album because they really made Buck to be out a classic Southern artist. Leo says, Mikey, I can't stop playing Vultures. I'm digging it. Well, guys, I've got the whole mixtape iTunes link. I've got the whole iTunes link actually on my page right now. I got the whole iTunes link actually on my page right now, you guys. So anybody just hit that link that's pinned. And you are right, Scott. That word is karma. That word is karma. When you disrespect the people that put you in position, karma will come back to bite you in the ass. You know what I mean? So I'm not even going to say any more on Yayo after that. All I'm going to say is that he disrespected me standing alongside somebody else. You know what I mean? He disrespected me standing alongside somebody else who never in his life supported you ever. I'm the guy who went out and bought the frickin' orange Tony Yayo album. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy who bought the Beg for Mercy album and played the records that you were featured on. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who got excited when they released the Tony Yayo freestyle to the Buddy song, My Buddy. And everybody was like, oh, damn, I would have loved to have heard a Tony Yayo verse on My Buddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one who was riding around with his friends all through Connecticut, going to New York, listening to the goddamn G Unit albums, the mixtapes back in the day, talking about, oh, Yayo's locked up right now. Me and my boys talking about Yayo's locked up right now, but he's going to drop an album just like Banks and just like Young Buck. Was this guy that you supported doing that? And that's why I'm hot, because it's like, man, people don't even know who messes with them, and then they just discredit them. It's ignorance. Whatever, though. Scott says, I really love the Beg for Mercy. I said it a little bit earlier. Classic group album. Classic group album right there. Prophecy says, I don't really see a competition between Banks and Buck because Buck isn't lyrical like Banks. Yeah, there's a clear difference in their lyrical ability. You know what I mean? Not lyrical ability. There's a clear difference in their lyrical style. You know what I mean? Uh, Buck can get straight lyrical too, man, though. You know what I mean? On some of those records, he just raps his ass off. And he's very creative. You know what I mean? He's done creative things that Banks never did in his career, like, bringing on mad Southern artists to work on his album. He actually had relationships with Jeezy. He did records with Jeezy as well, you guys. You know what I mean? Buck did a lot of major things. He did record with a dude from Linkin Park. You know what I mean? He did a record with Chester from Linkin Park. Rest in peace. Like that should have been an official G Unit Lloyd Linkin Park collaboration. Banks wrote that too, my buddy. Yeah, that was Banks on the Hook. My buddy. G'd Up is a really good track too. Lloyd Banks, Don't Mess with 50 Cent. He violated him in his book. I don't know, man. Like they're friends. Don't know what's going to happen with them. You know what I mean? Don't know what's going to happen with them. You can't determine what happens with friends, man. You can't. That's one thing I've learned at the end of the day. And that's one thing a lot of people in the industry learned watching Lloyd, excuse me, watching Lil Wayne and Birdman. It's like, yo, these guys are damn near family. They are family. Going back that long, you are family. Um, don't get involved in their issue. That's their issue. That's not anything that you really need to partake in. That issue shouldn't really involve you. And people would be better really not to involve themselves in certain people's issues. Okay, let me see. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, Scott. I actually mentioned that in my interview. I'd done an interview with Crunchy Black, and I did an interview with Hot Boy Turk, and we spoke on Young Buck, and even spoke about Buck with Kid Kid as well. Kid Kid and Buck have a bunch of material together. I don't see why a G Unit album wasn't released, a duo album with them, but whatever. I feel like that's a missed money opportunity. But yeah, Scott, I actually addressed the fact that Buck had gone from working with Cash Money to working with UTP. Before Cash Money, he was actually associated with 3 6 Mafia as well. So he went from 3 6 Mafia, having his own thing, to building with 3 6 Mafia, DJ Paul and all them, Crunchy Black, to building with Cash Money, Birdman. I think the group might have been known as the Headbusters or something like that. They had eventually brought him back to do the Headbuster group thing after the Hot Boy breakup. Then Juvenile came in, grabbed him in for the UTP, and then from there he was brought to G Unit. So yeah, Buck has been through a number of groups. Bricks, nah, bro. No. Bricks, rewind the video, bro. But nah, Bricks. Casanova, an alleged associate of Casanova, he has a public defender, and he actually was offered the chance to cooperate, but he was like, this public defender keeps on coming to me with an option to cooperate rather than trying to defend me. You know what I mean? Just to breeze through the story since you just tapped in. I mean, I'll tap back into it in a second, man. I'm actually waiting for Rosewood right now. Rosewood's, I think, about to join us. We can go over that again, though, man. But Bricks, don't get confused, man. And please, please, for the love of God, don't deny Casanova. Casanova. But yeah, Bricks, I don't know if you had remembered, but a few months back, we had reported on a story where there was a shooting outside of the King of Diamonds in Miami when Casanova was taking a picture with a fan. And then he was throwing up, peace sign, whatever. Maybe he was doing something with his finger. You know what I mean? And then somebody had grabbed him like, yo, don't put that sign up. Don't put that sign up. Bricks, have you been tuned in on the channel that long to where you had seen that news report from us a few months? You remember that, right? So this guy, his name is JC. Right, right, Bricks. So you're with us. You remember. So this guy, JC, actually, he got caught up in an arrest. He got arrested in January, as we reported. And this kind of caused a complication for Casanova's bail hearing because Casanova had surrendered in December. They had started to put together a bail package, $2.5 million bail package. And then this dude got arrested for the double shooting in Miami at the King of Diamonds. And the case actually involved Casanova's name. So Casanova, pretty much his chances of catching bail, they were diminished. Like they were greatly diminished once this case came to light mid-January. So dude named JC, who's actually being charged, the dude who had text his homies and all that, all types of good shit like good aim, hashtag good aim. He's like texting his friends about what happened at King of Diamonds the night before, all types of shit. You know what I mean? And so he has a public defender. So now I'm reading he actually has a public defender. And it was actually All Hip Hop that broke this story. Vlad TV posted it as well. But this story is actually pretty crazy because it all ties in to another case that we had talked about a month ago, that a case out of Miami, out of King of Diamonds, where I have actually been a number of times. And I guess there was a shooting there where they were airlifted out by helicopter, airlifted out of the King of Diamonds, you guys. This is a parking lot that I've actually been at. Everybody out there wants to say, oh, Mikey T, don't be outside. Mikey T. I've been outside. King of Diamonds. Hell, I've been to the Pork and Bean projects in Miami as well. But I've been to King of Diamonds, the front, the back. You know, this is a really unfortunate situation. But I think it's ridiculous that they're going to tie Casanova up in this. Furthermore, because listen to this. Dude, JC, who's involved in this situation at King of Diamonds, gets a public defender. JC apparently says public defender has come to see him 3 times. And out of the last couple times, the only thing the public defender is bringing to him is an opportunity to cooperate, an opportunity to testify against Casanova. And what does dude say? He's like, yo, I need new counsel. I need a new lawyer. This is bullshit. The only option, this public defender, this PD, that's what they call them, right? PD, public defenders. The only option this guy is giving me is basically to snitch, is basically to testify against this guy Casanova, who may or may not be involved. Personally, I think Casanova was taking a picture with a fan. If we're talking about what might have happened, Casanova's taking a picture with a fan. Dude touches him. Casanova's like, yo, you want to mess with me? He says what he says. But then dude overhears him, acts on his own behalf. You know what I mean? Casanova would have rumbled with dude, beat his ass. But that's just my personal opinion, man. You know, I don't think you can really wrap Casanova up in that. I think he's going to go innocent on this bullshit. And like I said earlier, I think pretty much right now, this is the worst case scenario for Casanova because of the fact this happened so close to the time that he surrendered and put together his bail that it actually affected his bail. That's why it's, you know what I mean? This is the worst thing that's going to happen because I think it's easily going to be proven that Casanova didn't have anything to do with that. Exactly, Bricks. Public pretenders. That's what they said earlier in the chat. Prophecy says they want Casanova to take a plea between 10 and 20. Mikey, watch 10 and 20. The least amount of time, if convicted, is 15. But that's not on the racketeering charges. That's on the gun and the drug charges. Yep. Straight arrow. KODs behind 95 by them warehouses down the street from Tootsie's. Yep. 100%, man. Been there a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Filmed mad artists there, yo. It's just crazy to think. Like, we got to be honest with ourselves, you guys. It's crazy to think that a shooting can take place all over somebody throwing up a peace sign or a sign of any sort for a photograph on Instagram. You know what I mean? It's really hard for me to believe, you know what I mean? Like that's going to be the overwhelming reason that violence happened that night. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that Casanova's name has come up and been highlighted. You know what I mean? Has been highlighted in this case. That is what's holding him up right now. Well, October 17th, from what I just heard recently, an interview, uh, Suge Knight really caught the short end of the stick in his case. Suge Knight really was, you know what I mean, acting in self defense. Brick said they talked about a minimum of 15 with Ab and they gave him 45. Shit is crazy. Yeah, you're right, man. Free my bro Ab. Ab's actually going to be moved to another jail pretty soon, you guys. And he wanted me to let everybody know where he's moved, so everybody could have his address to write him and shit like that, you guys. So I will be getting you that information, y'all. I will be getting you that information as soon as it's available. Obviously it might take a few days, but if it's available tomorrow, I'll be getting that information out to everybody. But I definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Nah, I never met C Murda. If anybody wants to support the channel, Cash App Mikey Team Movie to support the channel, you guys. Appreciate you, man. Did I ever talk to J Hood? Yeah, I talked to J Hood a few times, man. J Hood's a cool dude, man. J Hood's the homie. Free Domination, big facts. Free my guy Domination. Let me see what's up. Who is the biggest artist you ever did an interview with? Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, French Montana, Max B, Pusha T, Scott Storch, Young Dolph, Yo Gotti, all those guys, man. Get out of here, dude. You is a loser, man. Please. I even put your little emoji thing up there real quick too. Weirdo. Yo, 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 yo. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for that subscription on the real. Well, man, Mike, this whole situation with Casanova, it's really got to show all of us. Mike, this whole situation with Casanova, it's got to show us, man, like all of us that are, making moves in the industry, blowing up, making money, you know what I mean? You really got to watch who you give money to. You know what I mean? You really got to watch what people do with your money, because if that money can be tied back to you, you might be screwed. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like you shouldn't be afraid of offering a friend of yours money for a business opportunity. If your friend wants to start a business, if he wants to start a card shop, hell, if he wants to start a car dealership, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be afraid to invest in your friends, but make sure you know what you're investing in. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to learn from this. You know what I mean? You just can't if you had a relationship with somebody who was a head honcho, you know what I mean? Sometimes that's why in a lot of cases people be cutting shit off. That friend, like, look at Big Peck. He says that friend will snitch once the feds apply pressure. Nah, I was talking about that one dude. I was talking about that one dude who was saying something. I was talking about that one dude who said something. He kept on trying to get me to talk about Lloyd Banks, but honestly, Bricks, we just spoke about right before you got in, Bricks, and asked about Casanova. We just spoke about Lloyd Banks for like 25 minutes. So I was, giving people a break for a second and going to the topic that you wanted to hear about. And dude, it's like, chill out, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes people be getting mad when they don't get what they want, I guess. Yeah, if Husky, free Albie Al. And the Sue Surf mixtape is coming out in the summer? Okay. Yo, Husky, do we got a title on that? Has Sue Surf released the title for his mixtape just yet? Yo, Anonymous, dude, why don't you go watch the interview that I did with J Hood, man? The interview I did with J Hood was on World Star Hip Hop, where he talked about going to 50's office at G Unit for a meeting. Like, come on, man. Like, what year did you become a fan of me? 2020? Did that interview with J Hood back in 2010, bro. It was on World Star Hip Hop. Jersey. I love Jersey. Yeah, J Hood's a cool dude, man. I rock with you, Mikey. You a real one. Salute to you, Bricks. Major salute to you, Bricks. Yeah, man. Albie Al's been booked. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know the exact charge that he's in for right now, you guys. Does somebody want to say what it is? I mean, I don't want to be reporting fake shit, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't really know exactly. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, it's my biggest fan. Well, why is your name anonymous? Are you like don't be coming in here and trying to start talk about people owing people money. You know what I'm saying? And when I just called the other dude a weirdo, if the shoe fits, wear it, man. The only thing you're doing is making an embarrassment out of yourself talking about Mikey T. I know you personally, but I'm logging into your chat with the name Anonymous. What? Exactly what I'm saying, bro. Nah, Scott, I haven't heard about your boy VS. He's from Delaware. DM me on the gram and send me something, man. Yeah, they forming a weirdo gang. Oh yeah, this guy showed my channel. Look, anonymous. He's anonymous, you guys, but he showed my channel love for years. And look, he showed my channel so much love for so many years that he's coming in here and he legitimately asked me. This guy, y'all, anonymous to you, asked me to say, he asked me to hit up Jay Hood and ask him in interview format about owing people money. Are you kidding? You're an embarrassment, man. Get off my channel. Get off my channel. This is a real hip hop channel. You say you've been watching for years. You should know I would never ask an artist such a blasphemous question. I'm going to waste my time asking somebody some bullshit like that. Jason Burnett says, Anonymous, that's probably 6ix9ine's little sister. Waiting to tell. What are you talking about? Look what he's saying. Please don't bring up the passing. Please don't bring up the passing of anybody's siblings on my page like that, trying to throw it in my face. Where was I? What? Get out of here, bro. That's something that's really personal to Jay Hood, man. Don't try to throw some dumb shit like that in my face, dude. You don't get involved when somebody has a personal passing in their family like that, man. I remember actually seeing some posts that J Hood made around that time, man. Like, get out of here. I'm not claiming to have the most personal relationship. I'm not claiming to have the most personal relationship with I'm not claiming to have the most personal relationship with Jay Hood. I did a couple interviews with him. Weirdo. Show your face. Exactly. He won't show his face. I'm about to kick him out. I'm about to kick him out. 15 minutes of fame is up, loser. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun with him right now. Mikey T, cool. Yo, Prophecy says, Mikey T, they want to be on the show so bad. They're sick. You're lit. Yeah, bro. Bricks. Anonymous. How you going to smack somebody hiding behind a computer screen? Yeah, dudes just don't know how to do this shit. They come on here. They come on here and they're like, they're talking and their name is literally anonymous. And then they're trying to get me to diss rappers that I've worked with in the past. What? That's not how it goes. On this channel, we respect the hip hop culture, you guys. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, Mike Cass. We don't want to hear or need him in here. Do you see what he just posted? I'm sorry, dude. I don't have fake subscribers. But you know what? I guess I do got people named Anonymous. Yo, Alec, what's poppin'? Harrisburg, PA in the building. Yep, John Smith, internet gangsters. And then he tried to compare me to somebody else with fake YouTube subscribers. Like this guy must have bought his YouTube subscribers. And you're trying to compare him to me? I'm sorry. No comparison. Yeah, he was being weird, Prophecy. He's like, I know Jay Hood, and then like he's trying to put the fact that I knew Jay Hood and did a couple interviews with him to like the point where I should like personally know him like he does. And then he's trying to say that I should have Jay Hood on my channel to ask him about some stupid money questions. Like, that's embarrassing, man. I'm sorry, man. I got too much love for the culture to try to embarrass anybody on my channel. Ooh, Jason said he's mad the homie J Hood ain't buying him a pair of sneakers. Yeah, he probably is. He's probably one of J Hood's former disgruntled employees or something. Keyboard soldier. YouTube Streets TV, what's popping yet? Oh, Cass is done. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think Cass has a big opportunity to beat this case, man. Brick said he is a dork, bro. $1 Million Dose podcast says he's just trying to get a response out of you, Mikey T. Well, sometimes I got time. You know what I mean? Sometimes I got time. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that they act the way they do, it's like they got to remember that. They got to remember that for like ever. You know what I mean? Like if you act a certain way, you got to remember that forever. Now, me putting you in your place, making you out to be the fool that you are, that's only 2 or 3 seconds of my life. And then I'm back on. You know what I mean? I'm back on to what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to put that in perspective. Like I got people be commenting certain shit and they say this and that. And it's like, wow, that's how you really be feeling every day. That's how you seriously be feeling every day. I mean, I guess you got to go on feeling like that for the rest of your existence, then the rest of the week. You know what I mean? Prophecy. Wow, that's really like kind of like both ends of the spectrum, bro. It's like, damn, October 17th says, you must be doing something right for him to be hating. I see what you're saying there, man. And I respect that. My guy Brick said, salute to Harrisburg. I went to Dauphin County East High and Votech. Oakland, CA on the tap-in. Hashtag town. Business. Major salute to Oakland, man. Major salute to Oakland. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my homie from Oakland to tap in. Homie to tap in. What's up, Bull? Shout out, Lancaster, PA. What's popping with you, Cody? Appreciate you for tapping on. They wake up the big bird, go to sleep a chicken head. Yeah. They wake up a big bird, go to sleep like chicken head. Whoa. Exactly. Have a little bit of fun with them. Oh shit, Jason. He said he's probably mad your channel pops up in his notifications more than any females in his life. Oh man. Yo, you guys are ripping them. Yo, you guys are ripping him. I hope he's reading this shit, man. You guys are ripping him. Hell yeah, PA. I love PA. I love PA. That's right, John Bishop. Salute to you, man. COTI. Hashtag COTI. Everybody support the new Lloyd Banks album coming out. Also support Dark Low's new album, Borrowed Time, out now. I got it pinned up. John, if you haven't heard Dark Low's new album, 9 new tracks, and it's produced by Harry Fraud, go hit the link. It's pinned up now. Free Ab. Damn right, free Ab. Just got a message from Ab, you guys. He's actually getting moved to another jail, and he wants me to let everybody know where he's being sent as soon as the information is there. You damn right, Leak Moss is in his bag right now. Leak is working right now. It ain't no hate to Leak. Soon enough, Leak will probably come back on the channel. Actually, I don't think he will. My bad about saying that, you guys. Did Yayo have a new track out? I think it was called Mike T's Tax Write-Off, right? Yeah, Big Peck. Tony Yayo, I think, does have a new song coming out called Mike T's Tax Write-Off. Oh, Yayo shooting shots, don't got no aim. Anonymous is your life because you don't got no name? Yeah, I like it. Yo, Scott, isn't that funny? He's the only one who said that. Oh, yeah, you heard it? What'd you think about it, bro? What would you grade it? What would your grade be? I graded it as an A+ because it's an EP. You know what I mean? If it was an album, it would have obviously been longer. It was only 24 minutes, so if it was an album, it would have been double that. So as an EP, I'm giving it an A+. Probably the best EP, one of the best EPs I've ever heard. I'm going to say it was better than the G-Unit EPs, The Beauty and the Beast. What are you talking about? Joints 36, fifth should have picked up P. Do you mean 50 should have picked up Prodigy? A 9. You give it a 9 out of a 10. Oh, shit. So that's an A. That's what's up, man. But all right, guys. I just want to come on live and talk of tonight. I just wanted to talk to y'all tonight about the new Lloyd Banks project that's coming out. Also want to talk about Casanova with all the news about him. So I'm going to ask you, does anybody have any final questions? John Smith says I give it a 9 as well. Yep. My guy RBH actually gave it an A. Yep. P had G Unit tatted on his hand. 50 said Fifth should have picked guys with more ambition, but he didn't want to get overshadowed. I don't know. I disagree with that, man. You know, like I think the goal of being a CEO is to signing artists that overshadows you. You know what I mean? Jay-Z, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Drake. You know what I mean? Like I think that's what you really want in an artist, someone that overshadows you. So but I would have liked to have seen Prodigy's album come out on G Unit, but the thing was, like I was talking about earlier, you know what I mean? Salute, man. Bricks comes in, changes my whole show, dips out. Salute to you, Bricks. Game killed the G Unit image. That's a major fact, man. That's a major fact. Game actually did do a number on G Unit's image. Game did a number on G Unit's image because he didn't just diss 50, he dissed all of them. You know what I mean? He didn't just diss 50, he actually dissed all of them. Oh, you need that review? We'll do that review for you, man. 300 bars and running, but it was more than that. He did other ones, man. He did 240 bars. He did 120 bars. He did, you know what I mean? He did all types of shit coming at these guys, man. The game really, really put himself in beef with all of G Unit. But yo, everyone, I want some questions. Anybody? Any questions? Anybody has any questions? And if anybody wants to join the stream, tap in right now. I'm going to give y'all a chance to talk. If anybody wants to jump in the stream and talk about Lloyd Banks' new album, or if you guys want to talk about the game against G Unit, or if you want to talk about Casanova, I'm going to let anybody join the stream right now. Or if you want to even talk about Dark Low's Borrowed Time album. Well, John, I'm actually doing an interview. I have an interview planned tomorrow with Hot Boy Turk. So me and Turk are going to be talking. I'm going to be talking with Turk about the tour, you know, the Cash Money tour with DMX. I'm actually going to be talking with Turk about BG, that whole LeBron James shit, you know, where he told LeBron, hold up, LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But I want to ask him about LeBron James' interest with the Hot Boys. Because if y'all don't know, LeBron James is actually doing a Jason movie, a Friday the 13th movie. Why wouldn't LeBron James do a record label deal, an album with the Hot Boys? Just saying. Just saying. I want to talk about a lot of that stuff with him, you know? Yeah, I was supposed to do an interview with Juice back in the day, Big Peck. If anybody wants to join the stream, though, hit that link. I got it pinned up. Prophecy, go check out my interview with BG, man. Wow, yo. This dude right here, this dude right here who's talking about 100 viewers in here probably doesn't know shit about the fact that I've had 1,800 live viewers in here. Kid could never have 5 live viewers in his live. Mikey, who did you like interviewing the most? Yeah, that's right. That's right, you little bitch. Easy Murder 23. You couldn't do a live video and get 20 people in here, bro. Talking about my live video. I've had 1,800 people in my video. Cornball. But yo, Nikki B says, Mikey, who did you like interviewing the most? I don't think nothing about that million. I'll get to that in a second. Who did I like interviewing the most? Who did I like interviewing the most? Jesus. It's a tough question, man. Who did I like interviewing the most? All right. Nah. I'm not gonna say Pusha T. I'm not gonna say Pusha T. Even though I really liked interviewing Pusha T because I got the chance to meet him at Scott Storch's studio, and I was like, "Yo, Push, can we do an interview?" And his manager was like, "Yo, we'll be in town for a few days." No, I'm gonna say my favorite person to interview was Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti was my favorite interview. Got like 25 minutes to interview Yo Gotti. It was dope. Mike, I've done interviews. Actually, hold on. My favorite interview, Max B, you guys. Max B was my favorite interview. And I really liked interviewing Little Dirk too. I really liked interviewing Little Dirk. I did one, and I really liked interviewing Vado too. All those guys, great interviews, man. Max B, Little Dirk, Vado, Fat Trell, all those guys, great interviews, man. Scott Storch, maybe Scott Storch, man. Me and Scott had such great chemistry for a while. Yeah, I do interviews with artists that aren't really known. Like I did an interview with Tracy T right when he got signed to MMG. You know what I mean? And not many people really knew about that. I don't really know much about the whole Quan Brown situation, but I'm not jumping on it. I'm not jumping on it, man. I'm doing what I do. I'm doing what I do. This is what I do. You know what I mean? It's a regular night. Honestly, I'm not jumping on that whole Quan Brown thing. I don't know what the hell it has to do with. I don't know if you guys understand, but I got a bag of weed that I'm smoking. Uh, I hope Quan Brown and all those guys who are arguing on social media have a big bag of weed. And I hope they're enjoying their life because I'm enjoying my life, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what the hell they got going on. I know they're doing a lot of views, but I'm not going to jump in it just to get 1,000 people in here. I'm not just going to throw everything off that I'm doing. But as far as movies, I was actually just in my brother's movie Slapface. My brother has a new horror movie, actually. The executive producer of The Grudge, one of the executive producers of The Grudge, actually came to my brother and he helped finance his movie called Slapface. It's a psychological thriller horror film. It's a psychological horror film that my brother did. I think you guys are going to like it. It's dropping later this year. Hoping it's going to be on Netflix, and y'all will see me in there with the flyest haircut in a horror movie. Yep, Smurf. Put Smurf in there too. Let me see. Why wouldn't I come to Philly for a free cheesesteak? Because I'm not a bum ass bitch. Why would I go to Philly for a cheesesteak? Are you crazy? Are you a bum ass bitch? You would run to a meal. You crazy? Are you kidding me? You want to know what I ate today? I ate steak and shrimp, mashed potatoes, steak and salad. You hear what I'm saying? Talking about a cheesesteak. Are you crazy? You sound like a bird. Guy's like, I've been your fan for so many years. I've been on this channel for so many years. I'm smoking dirt weed. I'm watching Mikey T on YouTube, man. I'm smoking dirt. Well, yo, bro, you don't have to pay for a YouTube subscription. Why does you smoking dirt weed have anything to do with my channel? You could easily go buy some really good weed. I'm smoking this dirt on your job. I smoke it. The dirt weed is closer. So I smoke it and I just come back and watch your videos all day. I'm a big fan. Oh, hold up. Prophecy says, Mikey T, my top 5 personal favorite is for you. 1 Arab, 2 Gilly, 3 Lil Wayne, 4 Uncasa. Well, that's only 4, man. So who's 5? Hold on one second. Tyrone says, Mikey, stop answering the hate replies, bro. Real talk, you're already on. Damn. 5 PD. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like you really got nothing better to do. Like Mike is asking you, like you really got nothing better to do. Well, my brother, he's actually a director. My brother is actually a director. So I'm the movie star. It actually makes perfect sense. But I wouldn't expect, you know what I mean? Like you guys gotta understand, like it's all about making a name for yourself. My name is Mikey T, the movie star. My brother is actually the director. So it kind of makes perfect sense. Yeah, interview with Montana 300 would be dope. What up, E301? Yo, October. Montana actually just put up a whole new capsule, I guess, of clothing or something. It would still be interesting to do an interview with him though, when you know what I mean, just about everything from his career. Chelsea Maverick says, when is Max coming home? Date that I read was 2025. Okay, congrats. You're officially blocked now, too. Laughing, I'm smoking dirt weed. It's all I can afford. Well, my YouTube doesn't charge you anything to view it. I have to smoke dirt weed. I don't understand why you have to smoke dirt weed. That has nothing to do with my channel. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I'm going to hit y'all last questions. Last questions for the night, you guys. Anybody have any last questions for the night? Let's get them in. Sticks and seeds, not Christmas trees. They got them sticks and seeds while I'm smoking on them Christmas trees. Yo, Tyrone, you know I'm smoking on that white runts tonight, man. I'm gonna be smoking on that for a minute, man. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. You know, it's always an epic show. We always make it an epic show in the comments. Who's the hottest rapper? Who's the hottest rapper in the game right now? Who's the hottest rapper in the game right now? The hottest rapper in the game right now in the streets is most definitely Dark Low. But the hottest dudes in the industry right now, are Lil Baby, Yo Gotti, and 4-2 Doug. They're the new collection right there. They're about to come out and make a bunch of money. But in the underground, it's Dark Low. Dark Low and Harry Fraud. Yep. Why don't you like runs, John? Sour and Haze. Okay, John, I see you. Dutch Masters or Backwoods. I'm really a Dutch Master guy, man. Yo, Big Peck. Big Peck. You didn't see that? I got the big pack. Last questions, everyone. Mikey, can you and Bang'em Smurf get back together, please? I don't know about that. I don't know if Bang'em Smurf and I can get back together. It's not really looking likely, to be 100% honest with you. Smurf, I don't think, wants to mess with me. Chop Chop says, can you knock down 2 free throws for the win? I'm sorry, I can't. I would probably get 1. Hell yeah, I'm messing with Moneybag Yo. You know, $1 Million Dose podcast, that actually goes into what I was talking about earlier. You know, Yo Gotti has set up his artists to become bigger than him. That's what you know, real MCs do, like Jay, Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Drake. You know what I'm saying? Birdman and Lil Wayne, Yo Gotti, Moneybag Yo, Yo Gotti, Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, all the guys he's trying, 4-2 Doug. He's trying with all these guys, Block Boy JB, to make them bigger than he is so he can make money. Yep, you're right. Smurf is having a son. God bless the Smurf. That's dope. He's having his second son. You know what I mean? His first son is actually rapping, Todd Banks, and I will apologize again. You know what I mean? I said some shit to him that I didn't really mean. He actually has really good music. You know what I mean? He actually has really good music. Smurf's son has a really good musical talent, you guys, and congratulations to Smurf on his second son that he's expecting as well. That's really major, man. I'm glad he's happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's happy overall. I just don't really think he knew what we had going with the podcast. But you know what? One thing I do respect that Smurf said was that he was like, yo, you know what? I didn't even really like that blog and stuff, but I did it because I was trying to help Mikey T. And that was really genuine, man. Yo, Mars, I don't want to answer that dumbass question, bro, because it's not even true. But yeah, like, honestly, Smurf saying all that shit about me is like, he's like, yo, I did it to help Mikey T. Like, that's pretty dope to hear that he actually gave a shit about my career like that, man. Steve Q in the building. Major salute to you, Steve Q. He says, what do I think about, and this is last questions, everybody. So ask your last questions before we get out of here. I'll answer whatever you guys want to hear. Steve Q says, what do you think about J. Cole's b-ball career? I don't have much to say about it. I've only seen him actually in action once or twice. So I don't really have that much to say about it. But honestly, man, he has an amazing music career. You know, I've always been interested in his music career all the way back to the Dollar Tour, back when he came to Philly that one time. And actually, we was right there standing by his tour bus, man. Really, really amazing artist. Young Boy and Rod Wave. Jersey salute. Jersey salute. Hellcats. R.I.P. to those men. I don't remember Ross dissing Banks just recently. That's new? You sure about that? Big Peck says Smurf dropping a new clothing line. Yep, Black Heart, Purple Heart. Please don't make any videos of me, guys. This is the video. Don't be making no videos and sending them to me, guys. I don't be liking that shit. Smurf comes off as a very honest, loyal person. You don't even hear 50 bad mouth him. Yeah, salute Smurf. Banks killed Ross. Yeah. Yeah, he had a song on iTunes, dissing Ross. It was called Officer Down. Yeah, I remember that. Really, man? Shouldn't be dissing Lloyd Banks. I'm just going to say that, man. Shouldn't be dissing Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks is one of the, sharpest darts that we have here on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Well, yo, Chelsea, Smurf does rock with Coke Boys. Yes, Smurf rocks with Chinks and French, as well as others. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's why he called himself Coke Boys. It wasn't really like that. But all right, guys, we are going to call it a night. I really appreciate everybody for tapping in to this exclusive live. You know what I'm saying? We're always going live. I was actually just sending him the link to this. Where the hell is he? Where is his ass, man? Hold on. Where is he? Yo. Yeah. Is he? Yeah, I sent him the link. He's probably busy. Peace from Long Island, man. Peace. Peace to Long Island. Much love. Much love to Long Island, man. Dade County. Dade County. John Smith, I'll have you the next update on Ab when it comes in as far as his location and all that. He wanted me to let everybody know where he's being sent. But I definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Thank you all. We'll see you later.